I bet you won't die. That should be the question in your head when you're asking if you can do something. Am I going to die? If the answer is not yes, if it's not 100% yes, probably do it. Focus is what makes a winner. It is what defines the winner. And consistency is akin to focus. Focus means that you're coming back to the same thing consistently, the same goal, the same set of behaviors that you know push you forward to your goal. It's about being consistent, and consistency is a characteristic. And the basis of consistency is honesty. And this is something that you often would not think about because people don't talk about it. And often when people are inconsistent, no one calls you out. Why is that? Because on average, people have low standards. To be consistent is an extremely high standard. So few people are consistent. Where you find the real measure of what the truth is when you look at your bank account. Because the numbers don't lie. When you look at your bank account, you'll see that you've been inconsistent. You'll see that you've been lying, and you'll see that you've been focused. So what I'm encouraging you to do is be consistent. And it starts with the truth, meaning tell the truth firstly to yourself. I'm not talking about to the outside world, to other people. You don't have to tell other people, hey, I run 5 miles every day. I run 50 miles a week. You don't have to tell other people that. First, tell it to yourself and then do it for a couple months. And once you know that it's a part of you, as much as your blood and your heartbeat, it's a part of who you are, then feel free to tell someone else. Other than that, up until you get to that point, shut the fuck up. Why? Because that behavior might not be ingrained as much as you think. The good book in the Bible, you'll find that it says, or rather I should say it reads, let not many of you be teachers, for teachers are held to a higher standard. And what are teachers? Teachers are those who speak, who convey information. Every time we speak, we're conveying information. It says, don't be a teacher because you're held to a higher standard. What's the standard? It's not a standard of what you said, it's a standard of what you do. And so what I'm encouraging you to do is first, shut the fuck up. Build your habits. Be consistent on things that are actually meaningful based on the pursuits you want. Engage in those things regularly over a long period of time. Let your works speak for themselves. Then people will come to you for advice. They'll ask you about your habits. Then feel free to talk, but be brief and don't aggrandize. You always want to be in a situation where you're over-delivering. You under-promise, you over-deliver. That's in your personal life, and that's also in business. To be focused is to be able to tell yourself the truth and constantly return to what you want. Me, I want to be a great boxer. So I constantly return to the idea that I must work out every day. I must work out harder than the other people who are working out. I must work out in extreme circumstances. I must not give up. My mind constantly returns to that, and my mind will torture itself if I don't have that. It's focus. That always comes up, and I never go away from it. And everyone who's around me, they get sucked into it. That's what's on my mind. I'm going to put it on your mind. That's what focus is. Discipline is in your mind. It is not being merciful with yourself. You show yourself too much mercy. That's the problem. I do it too. I kid you not. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and think, oh, I should eat before I work out. You know what? Sometimes you don't have that luxury. Get your ass up and start running. Put on your running clothes and start running. I bet you won't die. That should be the question in your head when you're asking if you can do something. Am I going to die? If the answer is not yes, if it's not 100% yes, probably do it. Okay? When you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't have time to do. Maybe I should eat first. No, go exercise. Will it kill me? Am I going to die for sure? If the answer is not yes, you're going to die for sure, go do it. Don't be merciful with yourself. But here's the key to discipline. It's why. Why are you doing fill in the blank thing? Don't be disciplined for no reason. I'm disciplined because I got a fucking concussion 3 days ago. I didn't get a concussion just because. It didn't happen because I'm boxing. It happened because, one, I hadn't been fighting frequently enough. My travel schedule, I hadn't been in a boxing gym. I've been getting my cardio in, but I hadn't been fighting. And there's nothing like throwing hands. And As a result, when I was in there and I'm throwing hands, my cardio was pretty good, but my timing was off. My defense was off, which means he was lulling me to sleep. He was doing psychological warfare on me. I was throwing 10 punches. We're just throwing 10 punches. He's taking them all because he has shorter reach. He couldn't get to me. I'm throwing 10 punches. I'm not really moving my head. Next thing you know, overhand right. Vicious. And the reason that happened, the reason I wasn't ready for that, I haven't been engaging in war. Napoleon Bonaparte said, the best soldiers are the soldiers who are constantly at war. If you're not constantly at war, you will not be a good soldier. If you're not constantly fighting, you won't be a great boxer. Discipline, why? Why be disciplined? I need to be disciplined in my fitness because I want to be a great boxer and I don't want to have a fucking concussion. Because I can tell you, I had like a headache for like 4 days. So it's extremely unpleasant. That's why. Figure out why. And when you figure out why, leverage that to be disciplined.